You'd rather burn the Constitution?
If that's what Trump believes, that's what we got to go with.
What's up, how old are you?
26.
And do you support Trump?
Absolutely.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Donald J. Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
It's bringing back common sense to the White House. Everything is, my taxes are lower. My Roth IRA, 401k, shooting through the roof. We ain't got to worry about all these weird ideologies on our kids. We can put gas is getting lower with the Iranian war at stake, but it's gonna get back to normal. And we got patriot. We're the more patriotic group, and I feel I just can't get on the side of politics when Kamala's on she's doing all these other different ideologies that not patriotic.
Okay, so what ideology does she have that's not patriotic?
Like the whole Easter transgenderism's support.
Okay, what particular policy on trans people does she support that is anti-patriotic?
Like the whole men and women, transgender men in women's bathrooms, that's just not normal.
Yeah, trans men should go into men's restrooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Accidental allyship. Now, specifically, how do you feel about Donald Trump bragging about walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent?
He was a lead inspector. He was the owner of the pageant. Was he not?
Yeah, so you think him being an owner of a pageant means he's justified in walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent?
If he was there, that's obvious consent, wasn't it?
Him being there doesn't mean it's consent. That makes no sense.
He's the owner of the pageant. He's there to inspect.
The owner can't just go in and look in changing rooms while people are changing.
I guess people are messy, man. I mean, I'm not gonna not vote for him just because of that.
Okay, so you would still vote for Donald Trump even though he walked into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent. And two 18-year-olds came out, said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms, and Donald Trump would barge in.
I'm glad I like a president that likes women as a man. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Okay, so you don't care about men in women's spaces, or men in women's restrooms, or men in women's locker rooms, or men in women's dressing rooms, because you're willing to justify Donald Trump barging into those areas and still voting for him. And you just tried to justify it by saying, "Oh, he's just into women." What? This is literally, by the way, I said there were 2 18-year-olds that said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms. You're okay with that? That's not women, those are girls.
Where are they today where they came out and said, "Oh, I didn't want him back there"?
There's specifically an article, you can go look on BuzzFeed, specifically an article where they interviewed individuals specifically relating to this. And again, Donald Trump bragged about doing this. So there's so much evidence indicating Trump did this. Well, how could you still support this guy after, again, claiming that you care about men and women's spaces?
Because, I mean, at least everyone's different, man. He was a Democrat back then. Now he changed. He got smarter in his teachings and his values as a man. Everybody grows. Everybody learns from their mistakes, man. I'm not going to crucify him for one thing that happened 20 years ago.
Okay. So it seems like you just don't care about those things. And say you're not going to crucify him for something that happened back then. So if he raped a child, you would still vote for him?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So even if it was 20 years ago, so just because something was 20 years ago doesn't mean it's a reason to not support him or to still continue to support him in despite of the fact that he's done it. Right? Some things that can be so atrocious and so horrible that you would never support someone who's done that. Right?
Maybe you have evidence, but I haven't seen any evidence of him doing that to a child.
Okay. Well, then, do you believe all of the survivors of Epstein who got settlements from the Epstein estate for their accusations against Epstein relating to sexual abuse and trafficking?
I don't know. I haven't read the whole documentations.
You don't need to. I'm just asking, do you believe them?
I'm sure it's true. Epstein was a despicable human being.
Okay. Well, then, so how do you feel about the fact that Donald Trump was implicated by one of the victims who got a settlement from the Epstein estate for their accusations against Epstein relating to sexual abuse and trafficking? Jane Doe 4 implicated Trump by saying that Epstein trafficked her to Trump.
Like I said, I'll have to read the documentation.
So then, based upon that argument, you would accept that Donald Trump has done that?
I haven't looked at it myself. I haven't seen it since he was running. I mean, if I saw it, I'm sure it'd be all over the news.
It was. Look up DOJ. NPR investigation into DOJ scrubbing files with interviews with allegations against Trump.
I'll save that for later. I just thought he was the better candidate of two evils. I just didn't think she had the stamina to withstand like being in a war or being up to big leaders and
Trump got
world
us in
leaders.
war, and what do you mean she doesn't have the stamina? I think that she has more stamina than Trump.
Trump has more courage under pressure.
How so? Because he's literally folded under pressure countless times.
If he folded under pressure, then how come over in Butler he said fight, fight, fight with blood streaming down his face? And that's the most alpha masculine thing you want as
Alpha?
a
You think that was
president.
alpha, sir? He literally turned, got lucky, it didn't hit him in the head, right? And you think that that means he's like brave because he got lucky and didn't get hit? Like, come on, that makes no sense. How does that make him alpha?
No. It's because the fact that he stood down and he was supposed to cower down, but then he resisted Secret Service and got up and said, fight, fight, fight with his right hand. And that's like courage under pressure. That's
How is that courage? The person
like
was
land of
already
the free,
taken
home of the
out.
brave.
If anything, it was dumb.
I mean, he didn't know that.
Well, so then that was dumb. If you think there's another person that could possibly shoot you, why would you go up there so that you could get shot again? That makes no sense. Like that's not smart. That's not brave. That's just stupid. That's just plain stupid.
I mean, let's imagine you're a little kid in another country and you're watching this on live television, and you see this as the leader of the free world. I mean, that's badass. I don't know about you, but I mean,
No.
growing up around men in Call of Duty.
Men in Call of Duty, that's badass. No, I grew up playing Call of Duty. I don't think it's badass. I think it's lucky. I don't think it's badass.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you admit that it was real and it wasn't a bunch of ketchup like your constituents say?
I don't believe that it was staged. I don't have enough evidence for that, but I do think that there are reasonable questions.
It's a fair answer. I appreciate your honesty.
If I used your reasoning, I definitely would be justified in saying it was rigged and staged for sure. Because it has a lot more evidence than anything to say that it was staged than anything you guys said is staged.
I mean, forget if it was staged or not. I mean, someone died, man. I mean,
yeah,
right behind them.
And that would be horrible, right? That if it were staged, that they specifically were okay with killing an innocent doing that, along with the fact that like that is also like I would say like an argument against the people who make. Do you think that actually how about this? Do you think that God saved Donald Trump on that day?
I believe in divine intervention. I think he was meant to be. I think he wanted him to save our country.
So do you think God redirected the bullet?
I don't think you can redirect the bullet. I mean, a bullet goes straight through one path.
So then how did God intervene?
He was looking at that chart about immigration, and he turned his head at the right moment in time.
So he turned so God moved his head?
God put a chart up there and said, look over there.
God put a chart up there? No, he didn't. What are you talking about? That was the chart that they decided to put up there. What do you mean God put it up there? What? Are you saying God caused the people to put up the chart?
God caused Trump to look in that direction.
Okay, so God can change your free will. So why didn't God cause the person who died that day to move out of the area of where they could get shot?
I mean, some people, I guess, are just unlucky.
Some people are just unlucky. So it's just like luck. So maybe it's better to describe it as like, oh, that's just how it happened, rather than saying God intervened and like moved Trump's head.
I mean, if you're a Christian, you gotta have some sort of hope, some sort of religious belief.
Wait, if you're Christian, you believe in free will, which means God can't influence your free will without getting rid of it.
I mean, it really depends, man. Like if I wanted to go jump out of an airplane, I'm gonna pray that I land safely.
Okay, what's your point with that?
You just gotta pray. I mean, if you believe, you pray. You believe in them. You have faith. Good things will happen in life.
Okay, and
like
that doesn't mean that the intervention was on behalf of God, but so I mean, would you say that then Charlie Kirk was just unlucky?
I think
according to God, because again, God intervenes. Charlie Kirk was just unlucky. According to God, God didn't want to intervene.
God said, Charlie, your mission on Earth is complete. Come home.
So God wanted Charlie Kirk to die, is what you're saying? You think God wanted Charlie Kirk to be murdered?
Him dying brought forth the umph in Americans to get out and turn to Christianity, believe in God.
Wait,
Sometimes God puts things.
So do you think it's a good thing that Charlie Kirk was murdered?
Oh, I think he was a martyr.
Do you think the world is better now that Charlie's been murdered?
No, but more people believe in
I
God.
thought that's
now
what you were arguing.
No,
It kind of
more
sounded
people-
like what you were arguing.
No, more people turn to God. They know that
Do you think
there's
that's?
someone
Do you think
out
it's a
there.
good thing that more people turn to God?
Yeah, because that's what.
So
that's
are
what
you
we
trying to
need.
argue that it's a good thing that he was murdered?
I'm saying God wanted him home.
Yeah. So, but if God wanted, whatever God wants is good, right?
Yeah, he has
So-
our best interest.
So if God wants him home, and the way he gets home is that he dies,
I mean,
you're saying God
sometimes
wanted him to die.
God teaches us lessons as human beings.
Do you
whether it's
think
good or
God
bad.
wanted Charlie Kirk to die under your view?
No, but I'm not God. I don't know what his best.
So then how
interests
could you
are.
say that God wanted Charlie to come home? That doesn't make any
It's
sense.
it's like when Jesus died. He said
Did you just compare Charlie Kirk dying to Jesus dying?
it's the same philosophy.
Okay, explain the philosophy to us.
You know how he put him on that cross for a reason. It is he did the good work, the good teachings to, and then Charlie, he did all his work on earth to try to bring the mass youth to faith. He did his work, and then he unluckily just got assassinated and sent home to heaven.
So what's the comparison there? What are you trying to compare? When you're comparing Charlie Kirk to Jesus Christ, what are you trying to compare?
Like everything's a lesson, everything is a teaching. It doesn't always have to be a bunch
Couldn't
of
you have
butterflies.
described that there's a lesson or everything's a teaching without comparing Charlie Kirk to Jesus?
Like, for example, Trump lost the election. Maybe that's a lesson as our Americans in 2020. Maybe,
Okay, so why hasn't Trump learned that lesson yet?
talking about us as Americans. He wanted Biden to do better, but he didn't. That's why he ran.
Say it again?
I mean, he wanted Biden to succeed, but he did not. So that's why he had to run. Same with Hillary. Same with why he ran with Hillary. Obama was doing a terrible. Obama didn't know what he was doing with Benghazi, everything. So he had to step in the ring and take it home for America. And I was able to buy my first truck under Trump. Chevy Cat-Eye 1500. I couldn't do that under Obama. I couldn't do that under
What year did you buy it?
2018, 2019.
2019?
Yeah.
You don't think you could have bought that under a Democratic administration? Why?
Barack Hussein Obama, I mean, everything was expensive.
You know, gas was
Biden-
less expensive under Obama's administration as opposed to Trump's.
And $3 around where it is right now.
It was under $2 under Obama in 2016.
It was $1.80 under Trump in his first term.
No, it was actually higher under Trump than it was under Obama. I've looked at the Energy Information Administration prices. You can see that the prices were lower in 2016 under Obama.
Why is my Chevy Cat-Eye 1500 $4,000 more under Obama?
I don't know. That's going to be hyper specific to that car. And it was probably because it was a different model. You're talking about different years, so they have different models for different years.
It was an older version, the 1998.
So the 98 went down in price over multiple years because value of cars depreciates.
Lower the price under Trump on Marketplace. On
Okay, so
car
then the
dealerships,
price went even lower under Biden.
actually skyrocketed. I was glad I was able to afford it.
So wait, so you're
Took it
happy
under-
that the price increased?
I was happy that I snuck a good deal in under Trump before everything skyrocketed.
Okay. How do you feel about the fact that inflation has gone up since Trump got in office?
I don't think it's gone up that much. I think it's stagnant.
It has.
That's
It's
due to the
4.2%
Iranian-
over all items.
I'll even tell you 5%. That's due to the Iranian war. He took a risk, and now just wait till summer ends, and we get a good reward with gas prices and eggs. By the way, eggs are $1.50 at Aldi's in the state of Florida.
Okay. So
How do you feel about that?
I don't know what the argument was supposed to be. Inflation has gone up by 4.2% year over year. That's higher than what it was at the end of Biden's administration. I don't know what the argument is. Like what? Can you acknowledge prices have gone up to a higher extent under Trump's administration because of his policies, such as the war with Iran and his tariff policy?
Yes, the war with Iran specifically.
But the eggs, everybody, which by the way only went up in price under Biden's administration because of bird flu. Not because of Biden, but because of bird flu. Biden caused bird flu.
Talking about COVID?
Dude, I said bird flu, bruh.
If you're gonna blame him on bird flu, Let's blame Trump
Yeah,
on
that's why
the
they had to
Chinese
kill
virus,
millions of
the
chickens, is
coronavirus.
because they had bird flu, sir. How do you like your beef prices, bruh?
They're stagnant. They're not
They're
like
stagnant? No, they've
flaming
gone
over.
up, bruv. They've gone up.
What state are you in?
I live in California. I'm talking about federally, they've gone up.
State of Florida. It's pretty decent down here.
Nope, it's gone up in Florida.
You in Florida? Do you know?
I don't need to be in Florida to look at data in Florida, sir.
Why don't you go walk into Publix and find out yourself? You'll be happy to be come down to Miami. Check out these prices.
I'd rather not. Also, that's a blue city.
I live in the rural Miami-Dade County.
Live in the rural, so not Miami.
I live out in the farmlands.
Okay, so the rural areas. So why would I want to move to rural Florida?
It's like everything's cheap down here, just like in Texas.
If I want to go somewhere cheap, why would I not live somewhere else that's cheap? Why do I want to live in Florida rural?
It's the free state of Florida. Everything's cheap.
The free state of Florida?
No state income tax under
Okay, but they tax you in other ways, and you got to deal with all of the weather. Like, you guys have like a million hurricanes every fucking year, dude.
I mean, you'll have a rain shower in the morning, and then afternoon it'll be sunny. You gotta deal with it.
I would rather live in California where I just don't have to deal with that, bro.
Got plenty of truck clubs down here too. Get you come to
A
Buc-ee's.
truck club? I don't have a truck, sir.
What do you drive?
I don't care to tell you.
You can go change some spark plugs. I'll show you a few things. Change some oil. Put an American flag on the back of your truck. Get some smoke. A hood.
Sir, you put an American flag on the back of your truck, but you violate every single fundamental value of this country when you vote for someone like Trump. He undermines our democracy, our rule of law, our constitution, our democratic values. Can you name any patriotic value that Donald Trump upholds?
Like value meaning something he did or encouraged?
Name one patriotic value that Donald Trump upholds.
He just flew the Thunderbirds over the White House on the UFC fight.
That's not a patriotic value. I'm asking what patriotic value does Donald Trump uphold?
He's helping our farmers. He's helping
by imposing tariffs on them? No, give us a patriotic value that he upholds, sir.
He just loves his country.
He loves his country. Is that why he called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution?
He did not do that.
He did do that. Did you know that? You want to bet?
What did he do exactly?
He called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution.
I beg to differ, but I don't. No,
he did. I can show you on the screen, sir.
Not.
What's up?
I mean, he is the free leader of the world.
He was actually no, he's not. He literally has tried to undermine freedom, sir.
Give me an example.
Give you an example. He tried to remove birthright citizenship, which was determined by the Supreme Court to be protected by the 14th Amendment. We can also point to the fact that he tried to remove a legal permanent resident from the country, Mahmoud Khalil, for engaging in pro-Palestinian advocacy, which was deemed by a federal court to be a violation of his First Amendment rights. Those are a few examples. He also tried to pass an executive order to put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag.
I agree with. I mean, you don't disrespect our flag.
Sir, it is literally deemed by the Supreme Court that is protected by the First Amendment to engage in burning the American flag as its symbolic speech. So it is a fundamental right that America guarantees you that you have the right to burn the flag. You can disagree with burning the flag, but it is their damn right to do it.
They're damn right, but me and everybody else, all my boys, we're gonna judge.
Okay, judge all you want. That's your right in America, but it is also their right in America to burn the American flag. And Donald Trump tried to send them to prison for that, which literally is a violation of the First Amendment. That is the most anti-patriotic thing to do. So it's tried to be branded as patriotic, but it's not. It's undermining the fundamentals of this country, the Constitution, sir.
I get that, but I'd rather have a president that stands up for our flag and just lets it get burned to the ground in ashes.
Okay, so you disagree with the Constitution. You'd rather the Constitution be burned at the stake? You'd rather burn the Constitution?
That's what Trump believes. That's what we got to go with.
What type of TDS was that? If that's what Trump believes, we got to go with. That's called being a traitor, sir. That's called being a traitor. You've got TDS, Trump devotion syndrome, sir. There's nothing Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him. You said if that's what Trump believes, well, that's what's got to go, sir. So how do you feel? Do you agree with Donald Trump pardoning violent rioters who beat police officers and calling them patriots?
Yeah, because it was peacefully and patriotically.
The violent rioters were peacefully protesting? They cops, sir. So again, Donald Trump pardoned people who cops such as DJ Rodriguez, who drove a stun gun into the neck of Officer Fanone.
So did
So can you
BLM
agree
and ICE
that that's not
protesters.
peaceful?
Yeah, just like BLM and the ICE protesters.
Okay, when did
Well, by that logic,
when did the Democrats pardon the violent rioters at any of those situations?
they're trying to advocate for Alex Purdy and Renee Good. They said, get out of your vehicle.
Yeah,
It's violent right
yeah.
there.
Neither of them have committed any violent offense, right? Specifically relating to the situation where they were killed. Alex Preddy, the situation where he kicked the back of an ICE vehicle, that was like 12 days prior. There was nothing he did in that scenario that would have justified lethal force against him. He was murdered in broad daylight. Same thing with Renee Good. Renee Good was murdered in broad daylight when she was not trying to run over the ICE agent. She was trying to leave the scenario, and the ICE agent shot her in the head. Right, literally the third bullet is the one that killed her, according to the autopsy report, and it was shot multiple feet to the left-hand side of the driver's side of the vehicle. Okay, it is ridiculous for people to argue that any of these situations were justified. Those were in broad daylight that received absolutely no justice. Jonathan Ross is working today in a different district in a different area. That's it. He was just relocated. He is working. It's sick. He's a murderer and should be behind bars for the rest of his life.
What did you say, Renee?
You're cutting out. Did you buy the Trump mobile phone?
Did you see all the videos?
See what videos?
Did you see all the videos from Renee Good?
Yes, I did. Did you? Okay. I think he's cutting out. Give him a second, everybody. The Trump mobile phones, they aren't working very great, to be honest with you. They aren't working very great. Okay, hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, are you going to keep talking, bro?
Yeah.
Go ahead, make your points.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you see on true social media where...
Hello? You just want to make your point? You're MAGA mobiling out. Okay, I think that we might need to go on to the next person.
See the video on True...
You there? Hello?
True social... Yeah, did you see the video on True Social Media where she's trying to run him over?
What video?
It's the angle that none of the fake news media wanted to put out there. Trump put it out there on True Social Media. The whole animation.
Okay. What animation? Can you like make sense?
Yeah, where she said she was told get out of your vehicle. She didn't. She got out. She got two mixed instructions. And she didn't even she put her foot on the gas and try to run this ICE agent over. Why didn't she get out of the car like she was supposed to?
Because that was an unlawful order. Because the situation does not maintain that she has to get out of the vehicle in that scenario, because they do not have the ability to detain, because she's not undocumented. She's a U.S. citizen. ICE does not have the capacity to detain U.S. citizens. She was only in that position for less than 3 minutes, which she let an ICE agent go past and let people go past her, so she wasn't even impeding. So there was no basis for them to even tell her to come out of the vehicle, now that she followed the lawful order to leave in the scenario. So nothing she did justified the use of lethal force.
Okay. But my point is if you're gonna talk about us being violent on J6, BLM and ICE protesters doing the same exact thing. You gotta denounce it, man.
So do you denounce the actions of Jonathan Ross?
And you?
Okay. No, I'm asking you. Do you condemn the actions of Jonathan Ross?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think he's a murderer. So you think they murdered Renee Good in broad daylight?
Yeah. It could have been handled differently, for sure.
Okay. So then why were you just arguing that it was justified and saying that like left-wing protesters were violent or whatever? Because I asked you about Donald Trump pardoning violent rioters who beat police officers, and you tried to pivot by bringing up examples of liberals who committed violence. Which, by the way, those weren't examples of liberals committing violence. Those were examples of actually liberals having violence against them.
What about BLM in 2020 when they're burning down buildings in Minnesota and Kyle Rittenhouse had to go over there and stop it?
You said Kyle Rittenhouse had to go over there and stop it. That's ridiculous to argue. He did not. It was ridiculous for him to do that in the first place. That obviously is like a danger to run around in public and aim a firearm at people. Right? That's absurd. I'm confused with the relevance. And also, do you think it was justified to shoot Alex Reddy?
That one's even worse. I don't think the hell nah.
No.
He
Okay.
wasn't even doing nothing.
Okay. So I'm confused what these arguments are. I think you're just trying to pivot away from Donald Trump pardoning violent rioters. So how do you feel about Donald Trump promoting violence by pardoning the violent rioters?
I don't think they really did nothing wrong. Most of them were just standing there. Most of them were just sitting at the front Capitol with their flags and their cell phones recording and documenting the whole case.
Okay. Okay. Can you just maybe we'll go back to something that makes more sense to talk about with you? Can you tell me like a policy of Trump's you support?
One big beautiful bill.
The one. Okay. Can you tell me a provision within the bill that you like?
Lower taxes.
Okay. You know that it actually cut benefits for the lowest income Americans, and Democrats wanted to maintain all the aspects of the bill that were applicable to income earners under $400,000 a year, and they would only increase taxes on income over $400,000 a year. Which, by the way, the big beautiful bill mostly went to the rich and wealthy.
Yeah, my goal is to be in the rich and wealthy, not the low class. That's why I ain't vote for Trump. I mean, that's why I ain't vote for Kamala.
Kamala?
Yeah.
Okay,
Why do you want to stay low? Why don't you want to reach the top? That's capitalism. You gotta. It's and I have the whole.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't talk to you. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I got a
just.
whole business
I'm sorry. Like, he's just not making sense. Like, I can't. When I'm trying to By the way, like when I'm trying to focus on something else. Something happened. When I'm trying to deal with. I have to set up stuff relating to internet, and I got an appointment canceled. So I was trying to fix that simultaneously. When you're just saying utterly incoherent shit, it's impossible while I'm trying to do two things at once to follow what he's saying. It's literally impossible. He's just so incoherent.